What's the weirdest thing you've been falsely accused of? My mom forced me go to her friend's house when I was about 10, and her daughter accused me of taking off a day on one of those mini page a day calendar things. Eventually we had to call our moms to look up what date it was, and she just thought it was the 10th even though it was the 11th. Then she accused me again and said that yesterday's page hadn't been removed yet and I removed it to display today's date. I was so confused. Some people are just strange. I got accused of fucking a teammate's wife, by the wife herself. It wasn't really an accusation. She told one of the girlfriends that she and I had fucked. Then that chick told everyone else and it got back to me. We didn't fuck. Not even close. To this day I have no idea why she would say that. Yeah, I don't know. Twice in my life people who I have not slept with have said we had. I wasn't drinking and am of sound mind. I know who I have been with. And both of them said it to me in front of people. In one case, the guy even went as far to say maybe my child was his or maybe it was my partner's. In one case, the guy even went as far to say maybe my child was his or maybe it was my partner's. Hold up a second. What the fuck? What the fuck went through that guy's mind? I know. Delusional. I know. Delusional. I know. Delusional. I know. Delusional. Yeah. A long time ago, in exchange for housing, I took care of my best friend's 2 niece and 3 nephew. One day, their insane mom showed up and insisted that I'd given her children pot brownies, not regular brownies, since they were running all over the place, like children sometimes do. She even called the cops on me, who confirmed that I gave the kids normal, drug-free brownies. She was admitted not long after. It was so dramatic. The brownies were so good that they don't even need weed to get high. Using all the toilet paper and then wiping my poop on the wall. My maternal grandmother was a fucking cunt who then made me sleep in the bathtub. It was my brother who did it, but he was the golden child, so I got the blame. I don't know the bigger WTF. Abusive grandma or fucking weirdo brother. Abusive grandmother. God, this shit she would do to us. When I found out she died I let out a cheer. She was one of those special ed teachers you hear about who were terrible to the poor children but sickly sweet to all adults, so they thought she hung the moon. The poop incident wasn't malicious, he got it on his hands wiping. He was 6 and accidentally got it on the walls, tried cleaning it up but made it worse. Since grandma was crazy he wasn't even questioned, just me, 4 other kids to ask to I might add, and made me sleep in the tub cause I was a dirty brat. There's a special place in for her. My sister accused me of jacking off the dog. Why the fuck would I do that? Edit. It started off with my sister saying, OMG you warm scientist 99, did you jack off floof? Me. What the fuck? Why would I do that? Oh never mind then. I did not want to proceed any further with the conversation. Whatever she's doing I don't wanna know. Yes, my dog's name is Floof. She probably noticed his load was smaller than usual. How do I unread something? RI bleach is the best we have, my friend. I once had a neighbor who accused me of wearing wigs in the public to confuse her and that I was conspiring with a local dentist. She had clearly mental issues. I wear wigs. I don't even think about how one day I'm blonde and the next day I'm a redhead. Now I know why the neighbor who is always outside when I come home stares at me like I'm insane. He's been talking to the dentist. He's onto you. Abort mission. Abort mission. Extract the tooth. Another student in elementary school once accused me of terrorism by blinding her with a so-called weapon I snuck into school. It was a little light for a diary that would reveal UV ink. I forgot it was in my pocket and took it to school accidentally. I pulled it out because the light was on and this girl across hall starts flailing and saying that I blinded her. I lost recess for a week even though it was just a light. They called it directed aggression or something. Okay, terrorist. It's the video games. Oh god. Somewhat long story, but I'll give you a shorter version of how I was almost arrested for shooting fish near the Washington Monument, DC. Canadian here, and I was on a class trip to DC during high school, about 16 years old. A fellow student and myself were on a small body of water near the monument on paddle boats you move by pedaling. I see a styrofoam cup in the water and decide to snag that garbage out of the water. Couldn't quite reach it, so took off my sunglasses and fished it out. At the same time someone was shooting off mini fireworks caps of some kind near the shore. Some bright lady saw me pointing a gun, shades, at the water and heard me shooting fish. Cops swarm me and my whole class's bus as I return to shore. Cops confiscate blade I had on me and I, along with other students who were sent home for partying it up in the hotel, had to leave the state that day on a bus home to settle the situation. TLDR. Fished something out of the water with dark sunglasses while firecrackers going off nearby. Someone heard that, saw me from a distance and thought I was shooting fish. Welcome to America. The land of the Karen. The amount of Karen tourists here in DC is ridiculous. One time I watched a woman being escorted out of the Natural History Museum because she was making a scene about the evolution of humans being false and that the museum was telling lies. She said she would contact a lawyer as she was being escorted out. The museum is free and you're making a scene, woman. Chill. Karen just doesn't like eternal nothingness between her ears. My previous roommate told me that I was part of the Illuminati's plan, who also are working with the mafia, to harass him and keep him down. It was because, as he explained, that he was such a powerful religious force in the universe, and by keeping him in his place the Illuminati kept him from saving so many people. This in turn tricked God into not using him to save other people. He also hated women, non-whites, and felt things that were not there. TLDR. I am Illuminati and or Mafia to keep down a roommate who I found on Craigslist. Be careful, friends, these people are actually out there. I just want to add, I genuinely feel bad for the guy. He has some very serious mental health problems. I think something along the lines of schizophrenia. I tried to make it work living with him, but he became a danger to my dogs because he didn't really understand things. He left the gate open in the yard, so one of them wandered off. He told me it wasn't his fault because I didn't tell him that my dogs ran away. Then he found a package of raw chicken that he for some reason put in a cupboard. He TXT'd me at work explaining that it was in there for a few days, so he wasn't going to eat it. Hey. I thought I recognized you from the meeting of the Illuminati. You were the only other guy who knew the secret handshake. What did you expect from Craigslist? Somebody sane?